Taste This is brought to you by Visit Oakland. A global trek around the coffee world starts in the coffee farms of Brazil, Guatemala, and Ethiopia, but ends right here in San Francisco at Wrecking Ball Coffee, where these green coffee beans are transformed into these roasted beauties. I'm Leslie Sbrocco. Come on and taste this. All right, Trish, so this is the first stage, really, of the coffee bean after it's been harvested, correct?
Yeah, this is a hard, almost like a legume.
So you have different varieties, really different types from different places.
Just like wine, the terroir of the coffee is very important. The heirloom varieties of Ethiopia kind of lend themselves to all the flavors that might be in the forest. So you think about flowers and fruits. We get very floral, very lemony, very high acidic coffee from those places, and Guatemala also. Other coffees from Brazil, they're very smooth and very kind of nutty and chocolatey.
And if I tasted this, am I going to get any flavor at all?
Not really. It doesn't taste like coffee as we know it yet. It has to be roasted. This one's the Guatemala we talked about.
Push it up. Whoa, that's difficult. And you can see it right here. Yeah.
When I started to learn how to roast coffee back in the 90s, everybody wanted to roast really dark and do sort of what they thought was European, like Italian or French roast. And there were a few batches that I was allowed to do that were medium, and I always chose those to take home to my family and to enjoy myself.
To get a darker roast, do you just roast it longer?
Yeah, you just roast it longer and maybe a little hotter. And if you smell it now, you'll smell like some hay.
Oh, I do. I smell, a very herbal kind of character to it. And I'm hot now. This is hot here. Whew, I'm like a little hot bean.
This is when you might start smelling some other smells. You want to smell that?
Oh, now I'm getting more, almost like toasted bread. Toasted rye bread or something. Now you are hearing cracking. Now it is like popcorn.
It's like popcorn, and all the beans are expanding. The cellular structure of the beans are like popping open. The steam is releasing, and this is when you really start to smell coffee.
Oh my God, look at that. It smells like coffee.
Now I'm going to take it past this crack stage a little bit further, and then I'm going to dump it in here and try to cool it as quickly as I can.
Okay. Oh! You are smelling that almost chocolatey sort of toasted aroma. Beautiful.
You need to let it rest a little bit, like 24 hours, because there's a lot of CO2 gas that comes off, and it's kind of crazy after roast. It needs to actually relax.
Calm down.
Needs to have overnight to relax after this change. And then in the morning, and maybe even after 3 or 4 days, this will really kind of settle into the flavor profile that I'm hoping it'll take on.
All right, so it's winding down now.
We're all cool and we're done. And we're finished. How did it taste?
Tastes great. There we go. We'll work for coffee. All right, Nick, you are a world champion brewer, aren't you? You created the World Brewers Championship.
I like to make coffee for lots of people.
So what does a master coffee brewer do to make the perfect cup?
Well, we're going to start with a good grinder. Now, it's one of the things that people don't like to hear, but you have to invest in a good grinder. Brewing coffee is like grilling 100,000 tiny steaks to a perfect medium rare. And that's what makes it hard. So if your grinder isn't cutting those evenly, then you're going to have tiny, tiny ones, and you're going to have less tiny ones. It's going to be all over the place.
Okay.
The grinder has done its job, and we're going to just like pour it carefully.
Right
Let's
in
try
here.
not to get it around the edges, like in the middle of the filter.
And we're doing something called the pour over.
It's pour over coffee, so it's hand poured. So it's kind of like a regular coffee machine, but rather than having the machine spray the water, which frankly is a little bit haphazard, not very precise, we're going to control it on our own and do it in a way that is going to result in the best cup possible. So So I poured a little bit now. This is called the bloom. See, you can see it's puffing up. It's because it's very fresh.
Right.
That CO2 is going to get out, and when we brew, the water needs to get into those coffee grounds.
Ah, there you go.
So from here, I'm going to just give it these sort of corkscrew pours. As you can see, still giving off. You guys want to put your nose over there, get
can
a
see
good
it.
smell?
And
So-
it is extremely aromatic.
So this is the Ethiopia Yirgacheffe.
Yirgacheffe is,
It's a region in Ethiopia,
Okay.
and it's a classic region for the past 40 years. It's really prized among us coffee experts for being very clean, balanced, very floral.
beautiful.
So I'm measuring the amount of water I'm using. I'm also looking for about a 3.5 minute total brew. Dark roasted, you want a little bit shorter time. Lighter roast, you want a little bit longer. And then let it flow through naturally.
You don't like cold brew, do you?
I don't like cold brew. I don't like cold brew. It doesn't dissolve the best flavors that we really love in the coffee. It's kind of almost leaving them behind.
You use the heat to chemically change it, the bean
right.
itself, during the
right.
roasting time, and then you use the heat here to release all those aromatics
Right,
and
coffee's
flavors.
a hot business.
Hot, hot, hot.
Hot and steamy.
All right, I'm ready to taste it.
Okay, let's taste some.
And this is the Ethiopian.
It's the Ethiopia Yirgacheffe. It's a region, a prized region in Ethiopia that's known for floral, clean, sweet, and almost tea-like.
Oh, it is. It's very chamomile and sort of geranium, which has that, to me it's floral but herbal, and citrus. The acidity is bright and refreshing. That's a refreshing cup of coffee. You don't usually say that, but it's very smooth, no astringency or bitterness, and a lovely silky texture.
Yeah, if it's bright but sweet, that's when it
Yeah.
really reads pleasurable as opposed to sour and kind of acrid.
No, this is beautiful.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. There's a very aromatic, but it's almost the herbal side of things.
You need to quit wine and work in coffee.